And welcome back. We have some big news out of the local medical community. Very happy to have with us for the next 7 minutes Ms. Teresita McNabb. And of course, she has been appointed by the governor. And of course, everyone congratulates Teresita. She's the Vice President of Nursing Services at Terrebonne General Health System. And she has really moved up in the medical community. So the governor makes her part of his team, so to speak, and appointment to the Louisiana State Board of Nursing. That's a big honor. And Teresita, congratulations and welcome.
Thank you. Thank you.
God, it seems like just yesterday you started at Terrebonne General, and 35 years later,
Yes.
a statewide board. Congratulations
Thank
on
you.
that. Had to be an honor for you.
Yes, I would like to say it was on my bucket list, but I don't know that I'd have really thought that that would have been attainable back when I first started nursing. You know, the State Board of Nursing is this big group that you hear about but never really think about who's on it. So it is quite an honor for me to be appointed to the State Board of Nursing.
No doubt. 35 years, and you thought you saw it all. Then
Yes.
COVID sneaks around the corner and
Yes.
stays for a while, still here.
Yep,
And then Hurricane Ida
yes.
comes. So you were seasoned to handle it. I'd imagine way back when a young Teresita might have looked at it differently, but you had so much experience under your belt. You were able to do some great things throughout that turmoil, because
Yes.
that's what it was for everybody. And how did that help you through everything?
I think my experience and networking, my professional affiliations, networking with other nurse leaders, and then taking the lead in many, instances over the course of my 35 years. Certainly helped draw on all the experience that we have, but it was our fabulous group of people that we're surrounded by at Terrebonne General that got us through and continues to get us through COVID, as well as tragedies such as Hurricane Ida. You know, it was the worst of times, but it was also the best of times to seeing your staff rise to the occasion. And that's what I hope to bring to the state board, is a nurse executive who's still involved in day-to-day operations. The board is made up of 10 or 11 people from different backgrounds. There's nurse administrators, there's advanced practice staff, there's somebody from the anesthesia community, there's public members, as well as nurse educators. So I feel it's very important to have a strong nurse leader that can still speak to what the nurses at the bedside experience and day-to-day operations and the stress of that job, as well as the many, many more rewards that you have being a nurse.
But isn't that a great tribute? You spent your life taking care of people, and now you're going to be on a board that helps administer or give policy to people across the state. So now they're looking at you for expertise. That's a crowning moment, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It's coming full circle in my career. And the one thing our nurses always worry about is, I don't want to lose my license. They work so hard. So to be able to tell them, I sit on that board, and I know it's not a punishing board. It's to protect the public through policy and regulation, but it's also to protect you and make sure you know the full scope. We want our nurses at Terrebonne General to work to the full scope of their practice. However, there's a fine line between working to the full scope and not overstepping, because they are so trained and so wonderful at their job, but you have to make sure you're working within the scope. And so being on the board will certainly help with that.
When did you know you wanted to be a nurse that led to this day?
So when I was a child, my mom wanted to be a nurse, and she did not. My mom had polio way back as an infant, and so she was not able to, or she thought she couldn't go to nursing school. So I thought, well, I'll do that. I'm going to be a nurse, not realizing what a wonderful career and how much it fit who I am, so back as a child.
So you carried the mantle for your mom's dream.
I sure did. I am.
That is very fulfilling.
Yeah, it is.
Every time I see you, and I know sometimes you have to administer, and that's some tough decisions that have to be made.
Yes.
But I know you well enough to know you have a big heart.
Yes, I think I do.
You're going to bring that big heart to a statewide board and loosen them up a little bit, huh?
Well, one thing I'm really passionate about on the board is our work on the hearings committee. And that's where you have staff that may have swayed and fallen off, the path. And I look as my role there is to figure out why. Nobody becomes a nurse to lose that license. And how can we help that person get back on track? And then how can we take that data to make sure that it doesn't happen to somebody else? So I love the hearing committee part of the Board of Nursing.
And they got the perfect person for that. When's your duty start?
So it started.
Okay.
In fact, this week I'll be at the State Board of Nursing for 3 days. So it started already.
Well,
Yeah.
there you go.
Yeah, about a month ago.
Congratulations, well deserved, and your career has been fantastic, and we wish you all the luck in the world, and keep us posted.
I sure will. Thank you so much.
All right, once again, Teresita McNabb doing wonderful things here for us in the parish, and we've seen her on many times, and they've done wonderful things at the local health system right down the street from us here at HTV. We wish her luck. We'll take a break. We'll be right back. More on Bayou Time. Don't go away.